Hey guys, now we have DA-42 for review, and again I have Martin here. He's really kind to me and he still help us to do this video. So DA-42, let's talk a little bit about this airplane.
Well, you have experienced them all, and you see how the diamond DNA works, how the aircraft feels, how the aircraft flies. They're very similar in the operations. And the DA-42 fits into our product portfolio with the training platform for the twin-engine airplanes. Yeah? But it can also be used for private purposes. So a lot of pilots like to have the smaller twin, and they decide for the DA-42. But in general, this aircraft is like a 62, but a little bit smaller, right? So it has more or less the same engines. It's the same engine as on the DA-40 NG, so it's a 170 horse Austro Engine AE300 with 155 horse maximum continuous power. But as it is a little bit lighter than the DA-62, maximum cross weight 1,999 kilograms again, yeah, and a little bit smaller in size, yeah, it cruises at the same speeds as the DA-62. So we're talking here about pretty similar performance regarding climb speed, or regarding runways and so on. So it's very comparable. Yeah?
What actually about runway, takeoff and landing distance?
Yeah, ground run would be around the 450 meters, while the 50 feet obstacle, the takeoff distance necessary, it would be required would be around 750 meters. For sure, you know the stories, depending on temperatures, elevation.
Temperature, elevation, weight.
I'm talking here about rough numbers at maximum cross weight, maximum takeoff mass at sea level ISA.
Yeah? But we can check all these numbers in the POH.
In the POH, yeah. Free to download in the internet at the Diamond website. Check that out. You can download this in the technical support section. But anyways, let's go back to the DA-42.
What about baggage compartment? Is the same like in 62?
We do have one baggage compartment in the front, which is basically connected. Yeah, here it's now divided again with the oxygen bottle, but in total it's 30 kilograms. You can get the weather radar here to the front in a special built radome.
And this is the same like on a 62?
No, the 62 is bigger.
It's bigger.
It's bigger.
And 45 kilos.
And you have 30 kilograms each side, so 60 in total. And here's 30 in total.
Okay, I see.
Okay, but still the same thing with the oxygen. The TKS tank here is on the right-hand side.
I see.
There you go.
Yeah, for me, 42 is like a combination of 40 and 62. Because canopy the same, cabinet the same, but it's
just
two engines.
Think about the history. 40, then we had the 42, and then we came to the 62.
Okay.
Right? So we had the very successful DA-20 aircraft. We made 4 seats, yeah. So we got the 40, and then we said, well, let's make a twin-engine airplane out of it. We got a 42, was also very successful. So let's make a bigger twin, yeah. And so the 62 was actually developed. Yeah. So it's all diamond DNA what you see over here.
I see what you're talking about. Yep.
And so the principle of these engines work the same way as on the DA-40 and the DA-62.
And I believe the prop blade is a little bit shorter than 62, right?
It is a little bit shorter, yes,
Usually,
correct. Yeah. Certainly because you don't need to bring that much horsepower over into the air at the same RPMs.
But this anti-ice system, the same like in a 62, the same anti-ice system on the...
Works the same way.
Works the same way.
Landing gear works the same way. It's just a matter of size in the cabin.
Any other specific details we need to know about 42 comparing to 62, for example? Because we did 62 really detailed, so we know everything about 62.
Well, let's talk about weights. Yeah,
weights.
So let's make it 2 tons. Yeah, and you can see the empty mass of the aircraft very similar to the DA-50. So in respect to payload, I would say you can compare these 2 aircraft and you can decide, do I want to have 1 engine, or do you want to have, and the big space, or do I want to have 2 engines but the smaller cabin?
Yeah.
So this is what you think. And if you want to have both, we have the 62.
So it looks like you cover all needs.
We got the 4 points.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So whatever you like to. And again, the aircraft is certified for non-icing. With 76 gallons in total, you range it up to about 1,250 miles. Yeah, see the efficiency of these airplanes. Yeah,
yeah, we burned about 7 gallons per engine.
6.5 at 75%.
75% cruise, yes.
Yeah, 6.5, so 13 gallons in total. So this is quite amazing. Yeah,
it's really amazing. Yeah.
4 seats. We have the big baggage compartment in the back again for 45 kilograms, so that's the same as on the DA-40. Remember what we have said yesterday regarding the baggage thing, so this is still in there. You recognize probably a little bit into the cockpits when you do the close-ups that we have also premium interior, which we have on the other aircraft as well. Here on this specific demonstrator we have also installed airbag belted seat belts. Yeah.
How's the airbag is working? With some high G?
Correct, and then it actually blows up on the seat belt.
Okay.
Yeah. What else? Regarding weight, so the payloads are really very similar. So let's talk about an empty weight of 1450, 1480 kilograms approximately.
So we have 550.
And get it to the 2 tons. Yeah.
And fuel tanks?
Is 76 gallons times 3. Yeah. So
I mean 76 total with auxiliary tanks.
76 is in total, correct? Yeah. So this would be in weight set 230 kilograms. So we got 310 kilograms for the 4 passengers.
For the passengers, which is good enough. So we can fly this airplane with 4 passengers on board and full tanks for the full distance.
For 1,200 miles.
1,200 miles.
Not sure if this is if you really want to do that, but it tells you actually what you can do.
That's cool.
And even if you want to say, okay, let's keep the fuel tanks. This is 100 liters, so this means basically 80 kilograms, right? So if you get rid of the auxiliary fuel in there, yeah, and just take the other 2/3 of fuel, if you want to say that, and the other 2/3 of range, then you can get 80 kilograms more. Pretty good payload, I would say. And speeds, again, it cruises up to 190 plus in altitude. So
and maximum certified altitude 20,000?
18,000.
18,000. So 20,000 for 62?
Correct.
And 18,000 for 42.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Guys, the 42 and 62 is pretty similar airplanes from point of view like walk around procedures and all these functions. So if you would like to see the detailed pre-flight inspection of twin engine airplane, twin diamond,
go for the 62.
Just go for 62 and you will see everything like we did it before. We just talked about 42, some specific details, but everything else you can see on reviews about 62. If you have any questions, just exactly put it in the comments. And we will try to invite Martin and answer these questions.
Oh yeah. You ready?
I'm ready.
Normal operating before engine start. Electrical master is on. Battery voltage is good. Rudder pedals you did. Flight control, sir.
Aileron.
That's good. Trims. One here, one here. Okay. Gear warning, fire light. Anti-ice with skip, flaps full travel, landing and then up.
Good.
And then completely up.
We don't need flaps.
We don't need flaps for takeoff on this aircraft.
Okay.
Variable elevator stop. To increase the stalling characteristics in a power-on stall, we have installed a variable elevator backstop, which means we test this by pulling backwards and giving it slightly power, and you feel that the elevator maximum deflection is limited. And if we go to power off situation for the landing,
it's going back.
Yeah, it's going backwards. MFD EIS, we checked it in a second. Start key is in here, power levels is already in idle, and ACL comes on. And the defrost is on. Cabin heat on blade. Go to the engine page. Okay. We have actually good voltage and fuel is good. Yeah, so you can start left engine on. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is here. Glow is off because it's still warm a little bit. So you can start the left hand engine.
Clear prop.
Holds up. Amps here. Oil pressure's here. Right side is clear. Start the right hand engine, same procedure.
Clear prop.
Wait for the oil temperature. Here we go.
I like how the engine starts.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
and
really.
The same, it's cold,
if you think about the old ones, like fuel priming or not priming or whatever we do, this is all. Forget it. Avionics comes on. Thank you. And after engine start, oil pressure, RPM is checked, fuel pumps checked off, fuel selectors to CrossFit, please.
Oh.
P2 heat check. We do this in a second. Avionics mass is done. Weather radio automatic and standby with the GMA 1360 installation. FMS we don't need. Autopilot test, same thing. Red button. Okay, nothing happens. Okay, autopilot on. Autopilot disconnect. And go around button press.
Go around button.
Okay,
it's good. Flight directors off.
Position lights. Fuel selectors to on. Altimeters 1030 here and here. Standby horizon is tested. Transponder standby.
Taxi light.
Taxi lights, yes. You ready to go?
I am.
Okay, you find the way.
Okay. Park and brake released.
Takeoff, Foxtrot Lima Zulu, yeah.
So we have a little bit less power here than on a 62.
This is correct. So we do have here 170 horse, but the aircraft is also smaller and lighter. We are talking here about 2 tons maximum takeoff mass, like the DA-50.
1999.
1999, yeah, got it. You could switch to certification. And the empty mass is also pretty similar to this of the DA-50. Yeah, so 50 and 42, very equal aircraft. You choose either have a second engine or a bigger cabin.
This cabin the same like in 40?
Correct. The panel installation is a little bit different, so it feels bigger. Yeah, but in general this is the same. Parking brake set.
Parking brake set.
Seat belts. Adjustable backrests.
On.
Rear door, front.
Front door
Canopy,
closed.
baggage doors, door warning light gone, circuit breakers.
Looks like all in.
Yeah, electric elevator trim. Fuel selectors on, they are on, rudder trim as required.
It's in the middle.
Flaps for normal takeoff checked up.
All
Short
up.
will takeoff
Up
approach.
and green light.
Flight controls.
Left aileron, right aileron. Up and down.
Power levers idle.
Power idle.
MFD EIS comes in a minute. Voltage switch ECU test. And P2 heat as required. Yeah. So we can switch over there. Okay.
Do we need to switch A and B?
Yes,
like
correct.
we did before, right?
Like on the 62 and the 40.
So we're going to A. Auto. B. So it works on the B channel. A. It works on the A channel.
Yeah. Correct.
And ECU test?
Correct.
Ready. So it's green.
The coolant is still in yellow, but it's okay.
But gearbox in the green, right?
Yes,
so
correct.
we can use it.
It's just important that the power is not going further than 50%. You see, the ECU test, it goes up to around 45-ish. Okay. Good. Then we continue with the checklist. P2 heat we don't need, ice protection we don't need, transponder mode 7000 ground, fuel pumps on 1 and 2. MFD and we got the power available check on the lineup position. We are ready to go. Briefing as remained. Okay.
Yep.
We stop on the ground if there's anything on the ground. We re-land if this is possible. Otherwise, gear up and bring the problem to the air. Runway 27 departure, maximum 3,500. You dialed that in already, and it will be left turn after departure. 90 knots, so 80 knots. Rotation speed officially 76, but keep it at 80, and 90 knots. Climb out. 92 would be perfect for the VY.
Okay.
Okay, blue line 85.
We cleared?
Ready? Okay, landing light.
So we can go, right?
Yeah, we do have a little, the right hand coolant is still in the yellow range, but it's already 60 degrees, so we can actually accept that as green range, because 60 is the minimum to go for full power. Okay? And this will be when you put the power anyways.
Okay.
We are ready
Take
to go.
off. Runway 27, airspeed on live. 6. 80 knots, rotate. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Gears up.
And left hand.
While we're climbing, what is the advantage of 62 in front of 42?
Well, the space.
The space.
The space you
It's
have.
much bigger.
Yeah, the payload you have. The performance and the systems are pretty much the same thing. Well, you could have the keypad if you want to speak to these kind of details, but yeah.
And we have anti-ice here, so we can use it, right?
We do. Yeah. 5,500 is fair, is good. Landing lights off.
This is so beautiful outside.
Much better than below the clouds, huh? And you see here with the power setting, yeah, 75%, 6.5 gallons.
It's
Amazing,
nothing.
yeah?
It's almost
right?
nothing, yeah.
And you see here the main tanks, and what we can do is, when we switch on these auxiliary tanks, auxiliary
transfer?
pumps, it transfers fuel now from
But
the
we don't have indication for auxiliary tanks.
not on the 42. On the 62 you have, on the 42 you don't. Right.
So if you don't have indication, you just can assume how many gallons you have.
Correct. So it's for dispatch in flight, before flight, you need to have it either full or empty.
Okay.
Because full you can make a visual check, empty you get a warning. Right?
If it's empty, I will have warning here.
Correct.
That's it.
Correct.
So this is
Yeah.
auxiliary pump will be switched off automatically.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't run dry.
So we have 160 knots on 75% and 606 gallons an hour.
Right.
The fuel burn. This is perfect.
Nothing else to expect.
Autopilot off.
I get the stability protection again off.
Yeah, and I'll put your damper just in case to help me a little bit. So 5,600. This is a big airplane. You can feel it.
Yeah, you feel the differences with the twins, right? With the engine
Yeah.
on the wings. Yeah. Different stability.
It's like a big airline transport aircraft.
Yeah, we'll need about 5,500, please.
Lovely view.
Get to the radar VFR 5,500 feet and below crest position to the master magnetic. Radar 5,500 feet and below crest position direct to the master lead. Thank you, Oscar, Papa Uniform.
Like it.
Okay. Any stalls?
Chip
Go
turns is
ahead.
good. So 135 for flaps for takeoff. We will start from
Yeah.
gear.
Okay. Well, you can also put flaps already.
Yeah. Take off. Gear down. I'll turn a little bit from the sun. And full flaps.
Ansonsten ein simulated Gasky geht immer, ne?
Power tidal. Heading. Bullhorn. This is min speed protection.
It does just tell you because the flight
Just
director's on.
information.
Your damper?
Yeah, off.
Flight director.
Oh,
Are you okay in the back?
I'm fine.
So
Fine,
check,
but, I was
check
scared.
the flap speeds.
Yeah, flap's going to take off.
So 80% on Papi ist auch an. Okay, Papi, Uniform, stop, danke.
Nothing special, right?
Yeah, I mean, the buffet is less than we can feel on the 40 and 62.
Ja, wir melden uns, danke, Victor, Papi, Uniform.
Or it's my personal perception, but looks like buffet is not so big.
We do have some vortex generators here in the stop wings. Do you see them?
Uh-huh, yeah, I see them.
And they do usually the buffet on the elevators.
Okay. Flaps up.
And you want to do a single engine again?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Then just select one engine to put it to the idle for half a minute or so.
One engine up.
One engine up, okay. So select which one. No, first to idle power please, to cool down the turbocharger for a couple of times.
Check.
Can it be?
Okay, left hand engine master. I confirm this is the left one.
Gear.
Off.
Boom.
So it's automatically faded as you see again.
I see this.
You can push the gear warning mute button.
Power to idle and
Same procedure, alternator off, left hand.
left confirm.
Yeah, fuel pump is anyways off. And left hand,
Good evening, sir.
yeah, I confirm. This is crossfeed, so you go actually,
For the time
and this is off.
1030.
This is it.
Now let's see how we can fly with was one engine.
Temperature -1, 10 minutes.
It's flying great.
Yes, and your present
And we can climb actually.
destination?
Yeah, you're running here on 66%, right? So you can actually have it up to 92. The maximum altitude we are allowed to fly in this sector is 8,500 for the time, so there's still a little bit of time to...
So we can see 500 feet per minute with 96, 97 knots. And we climb with 3 people and almost full tank. It's not
Right.
full tanks, but three
But the auxiliary tanks is pretty
Three-quarters.
full, so we do have, yeah, well,
which is really good performances for such small airplane, I would say. Nice. So now we use 170 horsepower
Correct.
only.
so actually with the power setting you use about 150 now.
Yeah, because I can put more and have
92
90.
would be 155.
155.
This is the
Okay.
maximum continuous on this engine.
Nice. I love these performances.
It's not bad, huh?
It's not bad at all. It's really good. Okay,
So,
let's
We
put
will contact you when the field is
full
right.
tank back, guard, alternator.
Alternator on. And below 100 knots, let's look for 90. And please make a heading change because we are entering soon a sector with 6,500 feet
I see.
minimal. Okay, speed is good. Engine master goes on. Alright, a little bit less speed, please. We have to get it to stop. So now it's stopped, and now you can start this with starter assisted. No, with
No.
the starter.
The starter?
Yes, left side. There you go.
That's it.
What's the next plan?
Going back.
Going back?
Check
Yeah.
gear.
Okay. In
If
this
you don't
case-
want to go inverted.
There you go. Landing that is received, altimeter set, comms set, safety harness fastened, adjustable backrest, parking brake is
Released.
released, rudder trim is neutral, gear warning lights, please.
No lights. Just check it.
Yeah. Landing and
Green.
taxi lights, fuel selectors on,
On.
fuel pumps on.
Fuel pumps left and right on.
We reduced the speed to 100, to 100 knots, please, because we are number 2. And you can do the left turn to
Check gear.
You can put gear down.
Yep.
Or steerly.
Check gear.
Runway 27, adjusting for the time, variable 2 knots, QNH 1030.
135.
Yeah.
I'll put on a takeoff position.
And all schedule Victor Babele from your number 2. All schedule Victor Babele from number 2. We have number 1 o'clock.
Runway inside.
Okay,
Yes,
flaps
please
full.
do it.
Parking brake is in a visual.
Fuel is on, parking brake released, 3 green here. Looking good.
And approach speed 90 knots on the final, it's good.
90 knots on final.
90 knots airplane.
Minimums.
Continue landing, runway inside.
Perfect. Agree. On the center line.
Easy to fly airplane.
Takeoff Foxtrot Lima Zulu, 02 airborne and 30 landing.
Dankeschön. Fast Lima Zulu.
Do I have an endorsement to fly Diamond airplanes?
There you go. We can do that. I would need a little bit more of syllabus to go through, right? We didn't do all of that, but
No, I mean, technically, I don't need an endorsement. It's just
correct. You know how to fly those, right?
Of course, I need to know more about systems and so
As
on.
with every aircraft, it's the
And
same story.
emergency procedures.
Checklist. Alternate air closed. P2 heat off.
Flaps
Flaps
is
off.
off.
Fuel pumps off.
Off.
DI systems off. Landing and taxi lights off. Parking brake is set. Power levers idle for at least a minute. ELT is not activated. Engine page will check in a second. Avionics master goes off.
Instrument lights, floodlights can go off. Okay. Super. So engine master's off. Start key removed. Hang it on here. And when the crosses are here, the electrical master goes off.
Boom.
That's it. Well done.
Thank you so much. It was a great experience. Guys, I just landed on this beautiful airplane, which is Diamond DA-42, multi-engine twin airplane. We finished 2 days video shooting and video production of all these Diamond aircraft in the production right now. DA-40, DA-42, DA-50, DA-62. I flew all of them, and I had really good conversation with Martin, who is the Chief of Flight Operations, and with sales department. I think I know a lot about Diamond aircraft, and as they said, the Diamond has DNA, so it's like a Diamond DNA or Diamond family. And I would like to make some conclusion about what is the major features of Diamond DNA. First of all, as you notice, this all aircraft has diesel engine. So it's kind of unique for general aviation world, because most of the general aviation aircraft use Lycoming Continental engines, and this is F-gas. We have another player on this market, which is Rotex, with more gas, and now we have diesel, which used in Diamond aircraft. If we have diesel, we have jet fuel. Jet fuel is more available in different areas of the world, and it's a little bit cheaper. In Europe, it's cheaper twice. In the United States, it's not so big difference, but it's still cheaper. So this is kind of feature number one, it's a diesel engine. Feature number two, it's a jet fuel. Feature number three, it's a fuel consumption rate. The fuel consumption rate on these engines is pretty low. We just flew the DA-42. DA-42 75% power setting on the cruise mode. We used just 6.5 gallons an hour per engine, which is similar to Rotex consumption rate, but airspeed was 160 knots. It's incredible. So it's really good performances for general aviation airplane, 4-seaters to twin engine. Another interesting feature of this aircraft is a FADEC. All 4 aircraft use FADEC system, which is electronic management of the power plant. It means you don't have mixture level, you don't have prop lever, you don't need to care about all these 3 different levers for each engine. The FADEC will take care about everything. And this is really cool, especially when you do before takeoff checklist. On the before takeoff checklist, as you remember, on a normal general aviation aircraft, you need to do a lot of actions. Power settings to 2200 RPM, left magneto, right magneto, alternator 1, alternator 2. So it's a lot of checks you need to do before takeoff. And on the Diamond aircraft, it's just one button. You just press the button, test, and FADEC will take care about everything. It's control RPM, it's control different settings, it's check idle, check alternators, check everything. So all you need to do is just press and hold the button. That's it. In about 40-45 seconds, the FADEC will tell you we are ready to go or not. That's it. It's pretty simple. This is number 5. And engine start is really easy. I flew Cirrus for years and I still have some problems with hot engine start. Everybody knows that it's Lycoming, for example, it's pretty hard to start when it's hot. And everybody has some own procedure how to start the Lycoming when it's hot. On this aircraft, we don't have any problem because you just push the button, 3 seconds, and the engine will start. It doesn't matter it's cold engine or hot engine, it will start anyway. Restart the engine in the air is absolutely easy. So we just shut down the engine on the left engine, critical engine on DA-42. We will restart it, no problem. The same on DA-62. So it's simple, easy, really nice, nicely done. So Diamond aircraft made really good job on this stuff. All aircraft equipped with G1000, with autopilot, with FADEC, and it's fully electronical, and it's modern glass cockpit aircraft. One more feature on the Diamond family, it's all this aircraft is pretty similar. So transition between 40 and 42, 42 to 62, 62 to 50 is absolutely incredibly easy because it's the same instrument panel, the same layout, the same buttons, the same functions. It's really easy to jump from smaller aircraft to bigger aircraft. And finally, probably only one negative point I can see in this aircraft, it's a baggage compartment, which is not really big. No any special door for baggage compartment. You need to use the left passenger door to take baggage and put baggage in. It's limited by 45 kilos, which is like 100 pounds on the back. And nose baggage compartment is not so big, it's just for covers, maybe for some small stuff. But everything else you need to put on the back. But overall, one more feature I would like to finish on the positive side. This is probably not really common in general aviation, but on this aircraft you can take full load, I mean full passengers, with full tanks. So if we have 4-seat aircraft, you can take 4 passengers and full tanks. If we have 6-seat aircraft like Diamond 62, you can take almost 6 passengers and almost full tanks, which is incredibly good numbers. Martin, I just would like to say really big thank you so much for your help with all these videos since yesterday, and for today. So I'm really happy to fly with you, and I'm happy to meet you actually here in Diamond Aircraft. And thank you so much. I would like to say safe flight, blue skies, and have fun flying Diamond.
Andrey, thank you very much. Thank you and your team actually for coming here to Diamond and do that and spending this time. And I really appreciate that you come here and enjoyed the time with you. Actually, I see that your approach to this is nothing than really proficient and pretty professional. So this is much appreciated from my side. Yeah, your questions were on the spot and good. And you see, you did your homework, and yeah. So I like to work with people like you. That's great, actually. So thank you for being here and having the time with us. So you felt the Diamond DNA, yeah?
I know. Yeah.
I think what it's all about, and this is also the people who are working here who have the DNA in their blood, and they're pushing what's possible here. We call it the Diamond family, right? and welcome you to our Diamond family, Andrey.
Thank you so much. And all our subscribers, welcome to Diamond family, because I believe this
is it.
This video is really detailed and explain everything about Diamond DNA and Diamond family. Thank you so much for watching this, and Martin, thank you so much again. To all my subscribers, thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments, and as usually, likes, shares and comments. Stay tuned and subscribe on my channel. Bye bye.